Hello everybody, I am back with another video. Yes, another one so soon. And I am out and about on this beautiful, gorgeous, sunny day, crisp 30 degrees. And I am at Royalton Ravine, Royalton? Yes, Royalton Ravine State Park down in Lockport. Well, up in Lockport from where I am. Today's going to be a little bit different with the videos, and by videos I mean just one video. I'm gonna try to do it all in one, and I'll probably upload it to like an Instagram TV, IGTV, whatever the hell it's called, video. I'll do some editing, so you guys won't have to sit through the entire thing. This is gonna take a while, probably like a 30-minute hike or something like that. You don't have to watch the full 30 minutes. I'll probably edit stuff out, and do what I usually do with these other videos, but instead it'll just be one. So let's get started. So this is a pretty cool spot to even start out the hike. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous landscape. Off in the distance you can hear, that's a blue jay. That's a blue jay call. Usually what they like to do, again, like last time when we saw the blue jay at where was that? Oh, at Akron Falls. Remember I said they like to mimic hawks and other birds, but they do have their characteristic call, their normal call, and it sounds like jay, 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 hence blue jay. Man, they really packed down this trail. They went off that way too, in that direction and that direction. They probably what parks do sometimes with trails in the winter is they bust out snow dogs, which are kind of like snowmobiles, but they are more useful in packing down the ground. Like what we see here, this is all packed down. If we go over to the side here, my foot goes right through. So usually in the wintertime, I like to stay on the packed paths. There's a little sign here. So this is actually still 18 Mile Creek, believe it or not. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Comes all the way from the park that we were at. It flows all the way up here to Lockport. That's so crazy. There's a Lyme disease. New York is famous for Lyme disease, ticks. It's all right though. We're in the wintertime. They're not out right now. It's way, way too cold for them. They would die easily. So, but in the summertime and springtime, you definitely would want to look out for ticks, especially if you're going to tall grass. They love the tall grass. So always put on insect repellent. Looks like a pair of deer tracks. You can definitely tell they're deer tracks by how deep they go. They have really long, slender legs, so there's not a lot of surface area on their hooves, and they're going to go right into the ground and have really, really deep prints. There's another set of prints right here. Looks like 4 and then 4. Might be a squirrel. Looks small enough to be a squirrel at least. Maybe it's a rabbit, but rabbits usually like to put their front paws out further. or not further. They like to put their front paws, sorry, nearer to their body. And the 4 that are out here definitely are further away. It might be a little bit larger than a squirrel, than a rabbit. I think it is a squirrel. Looks like some tracks are going off in that direction, but this is the trail up here. The trail goes this way. I don't know what they're doing. Probably exploring. That's all right. They can explore. Just means they'll have to deal with not packed snow. It'll be a lot harder for them to get around, unfortunately. So we know there's squirrel. Yeah, so this is definitely a squirrel track right here. You can see it leads right up to a tree. That's probably where they're hanging out. Whoa, look on the ground there. That is a lot of tracks. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you definitely probably could see that. Lots of tracks down there. Someone's definitely making a ruckus down there. Those might be coyote tracks. You can see they dig. They drag their paws along. So that could definitely be a coyote track. Very cool. This is definitely their habitat. It's a very rural area up here in Lockport. Not a lot. Going across the creek. Oh, good, it's packed out. Okay. I was about to say, I really hope they packed this down. So this can be a little bit fun. Whoa. Even with all the snow on it, it likes to move around. There's a creek here. Very bouncy, very bouncy. Lots of fun to go across this bridge, especially during the springtime. Interesting. Look at that. There's a beautiful birch tree growing out of it. Let's go investigate. It's so cool finding this out here. Now, one of the ideas I had for this kind of page is expanding to a YouTube page and a YouTube channel, making YouTube videos about this. Not even just exploring the woods, but exploring abandoned places like this. It's always been fascinating to me. Just learning about the history, who built this, why it was built. And most abandoned places like this are sitting out in the middle of the woods, probably attract potheads and people doing drugs. They probably like to hang out in these areas and these spots and just mess around. Very cool though. I don't want to get over there that way just because the snow is piled on so much, but this looks like a pretty good way to get in. Oh, it's like a fort or something. Oh, some very interesting artwork right here. Aeolus. And an eye. That's a cool eye. I like that a lot. I'm very conflicted about graffiti. When it comes to trees, don't touch trees. Don't do graffiti on trees. I always hate that. But on buildings that are man-made, we made them. So it's all right. I don't really mind when they do graffiti on buildings. I think some of it's cool, but otherwise I see a lot of dicks and stuff like that because, you know, people are immature. So it's very hit or miss with me. Depends on the graffiti. Some of it's cool, some of it is just not whatsoever. Densely brushed area over here. Oh, what's this? Ooh. Looks like some sort of bridge. A little canalway system through here. Oh, that's neat. You can see the water flowing underneath. Oh, it's a waterfall. Well, it's all frozen over. You can still hear it though running. Very cool. Very cool. Now, what could this be? What could this possibly be? Well, if there's two structures on the other, on one side and the other, I might say this was a bridge of some sort. Maybe an oil pipeline or some kind of pipeline bridge, or maybe a telephone wire connector, something like that. Maybe it was a freight bridge for rail carts. I don't know if they did any lumber back here in the day, but run into some kind of bridge. Very interesting. All right, let's keep going. See those some bunny tracks. Those are bunny tracks. Looks like a triangle kind of. Most of the time bunnies like to put one foot in front of the other like that, versus the squirrel, which looks like a kind of a rectangle, like all four. So that's bunny going off, and it's going off into there. This is definitely rabbit habitat in here. Lots of places to hide. Looks like some more human tracks probably went that way. A little more exploring. Very cool power lines going out that way, across this way. Definitely out in the middle of nowhere. We are back at the abandoned building, the little drug hideout. I like to call it a drug hideout. I don't know if it's a drug hideout, but it looks like it. It's in the middle of nowhere and it's just a building. That's probably where people are at, doing drugs and whatnot. Now we're gonna go to the left here. I'll show you guys my favorite spot in this park. That you're gonna really like it. Oh, I got some berries over here. These are not blueberries. Definitely not blueberries. Blueberries you'll definitely find closer to the ground. Not these though. Definitely some kind of berry. I bet the birds like to eat these. Now with berries, if you're ever hungry and starving out in the wilderness, a good rule of thumb to follow with berries is never eat the vibrant colored berries. Vibrant colors usually means poison. Now these are blue, but unless you know exactly what type of berries these are, you really should never eat them. But if you don't know what they are and you're going off color and you're starving, these might be a pretty good bet. They might not taste very well, but they'll at least give you some energy. Again though, You need to know a lot of wilderness knowledge in order to survive out here. You know what foods to eat, what not to eat. So it really is never a safe bet unless you know exactly what it is. Now, people definitely made this trail. It's definitely a people made trail, but however, you might see some animal tracks. There is a reason why. Animals like us, if you see a beaten path versus a non-beaten path, which you're going to take? Probably the beaten path of least resistance. Animals, they do the exact same thing. Deer always like to take the beaten path, the already carved out path, because it wastes less energy, makes them less tired. And a lot of different animals follow the same thing, same kind of pattern. So it's pretty cool. You know, we have some cognitive similarities. We're walking through here. Probably the best way in is just right through here, follow the path, right? Oh, got some prickers. And like that, the sun has gone away. There's some deer pellets right there. Definitely some signs of life in here. Lots of deer pets in there. Ooh, spooky. Now, the very unique thing about this area that I want to show you guys in just a second when we get over here. Look at this. This does not look natural whatsoever. This was definitely planted here. And oh my God, it doesn't look ridiculous. This is so gorgeous. So that's usually the entrance that I use, but I think we're gonna keep going back this direction, but we'll explore through here a little bit more. Why not, right? Yep. Oh, there's a stand. It's a free stand. I thought they said no hunting out here. Why is this here? What the hell? What are you doing out here, bro? Should not be out here. Illegal. Illegal. That trail kind of goes off that way, but we don't need to go out that way. I think I'm gonna start heading back. Illegal. Take it down. All right, let's head back. Oh, look at this little funky. This is a dark birch right here, black birch. Really funky, little twist action going on. Now, usually when trees do this, it's not really because they're trying to help each other out in any way. Could this be one tree? Could this be two trees? I think this could just be one tree splitting off, but looks like it's a little twisted right there. It's very interesting. But there really isn't a reason why they do this. It's just nature. Nature just says, fuck it, twist. And, I find that kind of interesting. Doesn't need to be a reason all the time. Sometimes it's just things are the way they are, just because that's what they were going into. There's no purpose. There's no point. That's just how they are. And I think it's pretty unique. All right. Enough philosophy. Let's get out of here. All right, and we are out. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. I hope you enjoyed.